Hello. Welcome along. Let's hear myself speak. Sounds fine. So today, rather than change of doing nothing, I'm going to play some Starsector. It's reached 0.9. So it could only mean it's fairly competent and ready to be played. I've not put my headphones on for a while. All my wires are tangled up. I forget which way they go on my head. There we go. I've only played this like for no more than a couple hours. So while I sort of get the general premise of it, everything else is pretty much much of a muchness. I have no idea about it. Do I want the webcam on? No. Alright, tips. Let's have a look. Oh gosh. Show damage, invert behavior, strafe, pause. Campaign speed up time. I'll just bring the volume just in case it's drowning me out. Should all be good. So I suppose a good place is go through the tutorials so we know exactly how to kill. Is that the right button? Is it the no, right arrow? Okay. So we've got a hammerhead, class destroyer. Let's learn to get it moving. Pause and unpause using space, AD, WS, accelerate turn, C to bring up ship to a halt. Oh, we're moving. We're turning. We're in reverse. Full stop. Oh, do we have to hold it down? So C is a brake. Alright, we got the hang of that. You can move mouse, pan your view, zoom in and out. Nice looking ship. Oh, look, turrets are following the mouse as well, to a point. Must be arcs there. Ships can strafe. Ship will turn towards your mouse pointer while you strafe, so keep the cursor on top of the target. This is an Enforcer class destroyer, which is disabled. Hold down Shift A and D. Okay. Oh. Alright, there we go. We manage distance using that. Holding Shift, okay. Fantastic. I'm going to orbit around you. Not a problem. Right, 3 groups, 1, 2, and 3. So we've got chain guns, SRMs, is it a point defense laser? So, are we actually doing anything there? Using cannons, missiles, woo! They've overloaded. And watch them melt. Melty, melty, melty. Right, I suppose we're not supposed to destroy them. Guided missiles require targets that lock onto the enemy nearest to your cursor. So if you like, look away and then go boink. Whoa! That's cool. Lock onto specific enemy. Right, and how do you do that then, eh? Ooh. There we go. Lots of info there. Oh, it's rotating. Flame out. Alright, shields. Hammerhead is a front-facing shields that have omnidirectional shields that can rotate and face threats. Oh, they're not rotating. We've got flux capacity. Fire your assault cannons for a bit. Watch out, they build up flux. Alright, flux goes down. Flux firing dissipates almost as quickly as it's generated. Different ships and loadouts dissipate flux at different rates. Shields generate flux continuously while they're up and generate even more flux every time they absorb damage. If you're not taking any damage on the shields, keeping them off will let you put out more firepower. See how the shields hold up under fire. Right click to shields. Oh, look at those missiles, didn't hit me rear. Enemy ship has stopped firing, but your flux level isn't going down. Flux gain with shields absorbed is called hard flux, only dissipates when the shields are off. Flux gain from firing weapons is soft flux and can dissipate. The notch says how much hard flux we've got. Turn off your shields and let the flux dissipate. Alright, keep your shields on for too long under fire. We'll overload. Where's he firing out of? Alright, those little cannons on the sides. Overload! Well, it's overloaded. It can't fire ray shields, dissipate very slowly, but can still maneuver. Fire, 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 fire. Won't fire, as it says. You see the little rotary. Whee! Right, I can vent flux to double the normal rate. Your ship can't fire or use shields, so you generally want to do it when it's safe, or maybe when you're overloaded. Uh-oh, we're flanked by Lasher-class frigates. Launching missiles. These missiles aren't very effective versus well-armoured ships. Just sit tight and let them get off a few volleys. Oh, it'd be nice to shoot these down. We've got some point defense lasers, but it's almost impossible to manually target everything. You can use auto fire, control free. And they're now shooting there. Regular weapons will not target missiles automatically. Each ship also has a special system, an active ability it can perform. Hammerhead's accelerated ammo feeder increases the rate of fire for ballistic weapons. Some ships' systems have limited uses. Some generate flux, some have cooldown, and use a combination of those. And the accelerated feeder must cool down. F to activate. Alright, there we go. You've completed basic tutorial, yay. Right. There we go. Let's go for advanced. It's a big ship. Right. The point defense lasers have been swapped out for ion cannons. Let's take a look at picking the right weapon for the job. Each weapon deals damage of particular damage type. Kinetic deals 200% to shields, 50% to armor. Let's start by firing some Sabot missiles at it. They're extremely effective. Right, and the assault chain guns aren't. Right. With the shields down, an overload is in progress. The enemy ship is vulnerable. Next step is to bring down its armor. High explosive damage deals 200% to armor, but only 50% to shields. Switch to your assault chain guns and punch through the armor. Right, now it's taking hull damage. Finish it off. Press F and fire away. When the ship is disabled, the explosion deals damage to all nearby ships except for fighters. Make sure you'll fire enough to avoid damage. About a ship's length. Should be enough. Oh. Is it still alive? Oh, it's dead. It's just blinding me. There are two damage types we haven't looked at. Fragmentation deals 25% to armor and shields, but costs little flux and has high base DPS value. Effective against exposed hull. Lightly armoured, unshielded targets like missiles and fighters. Energy deals 100% of its listed damage to everything. Some weapons also deal EMP damage to addition of their normal damage type. EMP damage does not affect shields, armor, or hull. You can disable enemy weapons and engines. Your ion cannon deal lots of EMP damage and little else. Switch to the ion cannons. Disable weapons of the enforcer. Lots of disable-y. Flamed out. Our ships are sitting dock, won't be able to maneuver. So all the engines are back online. Non-EMP weapons can also disable engines and weapons, but EMP weapons bypass armor and get the job done faster. Let's take another look at shields. Turn on your shield and sit tight for a moment. Where the hell's that come from? Hello. Right, your ship is not building up flux despite shields being fired under. Beam weapons generate soft flux when hitting shields. Oh gosh, this gets complicated, don't it? This may make them seem weak, but remember that this flux still needs to be dissipated. Even that, much less flux dissipation to power weapons. Beam weapons are also very effective and need a little flux to fire. You're not even building on penny flux, so what use is it? Ships receive an engine boost. A bonus to top speed and maneuverability when the flux level and flux generation are at 0. Turning shields on is enough to cancel the bonus. Travel through the nebula in front of your ship, noting how your ship moves faster when the shields are up and down. Okay. The engine boost is particularly important for larger ships, which have much lower top speed without it. To maintain the engine boost for a ship with auto-firing weapons, press X to hold fire. I guess that's automatic holding X. Carriers also need to press Z to pull back their fighters. X and Z, okay. Right, completed the advanced combat. It's probably a good idea to complete the fleet tutorial as well. Woohoo! Welcome to the fleet command tutorial. At the start of the battle, you have to decide what ships to deploy. Recovering after deployment costs supplies, so you usually don't want to just deploy everything. If you only have one ship, it's deployed automatically. The deployed ships, press the reinforcement button. All deploy. Let's create some assignments for our ships. We want to capture some objectives, locations especially suited for the deployment of nav buoys, sensor arrays, or comm relays. The bonuses these provide are modest, but they add up, especially given that if you don't hold them all, the enemy will. Left click on a nav buoy and select capture. That orders the fleet to capture, does it? A nearby frigate is automatically assigned to the task. That's what the arrow on the map indicates. To pan around, right click, drag. You can toggle the UI on and off by using tab. Don't do this yet. Creating an assignment costs a command point. But also opens the command channel. While it's open, giving orders is free, but creating new assignments still costs points. There's a command frequency open. You can also manually assign a ship to perform a task. Select one of the other frigates and right click comm relay. An assignment appropriate to your selection and was created, in this case another capture. Now that the orders are locked in, let's unpause and wait for your ships to secure the objectives. Away they go. Show video feed. Or show video feed. F. Oh, hello. See you. pressing escape. Right. You can also press F to cycle the feed through the rest of the ships. And don't forget to unpause. The tutorial will zoom once both objectives are captured. Can't tell if it pause or play. Right, I guess we're playing. Oh, what was it? Oh, the game had it paused. How annoying. Enemy ships in sight. Let's give a couple of more orders to make the battle go smoothly for your side. The enemy cruiser is tough but relatively harmless. I'd like to get our ships to focus on more dangerous enemy first. Select the cruiser and select avoid. So add your other ships to focus on the enemy destroyer. It's the only target left, so they'll naturally do that anyway, but giving them an eliminate order will also make them more aggressive. Select the destroyer. Eliminate. Some of the ships in your fleet will now engage the enemy destroyer, and the rest will try to hold the objectives while avoiding the enemy fire. How clever. You might have noticed that you are not directly controlling a ship at the moment. This can happen if you don't deploy your flagship or if your flagship is destroyed. Let's transfer command to the hammerhead. Select it. Press transfer command. Yay, you've completed the fleet. Now feel to experiment with other assignments and explore the tactical options. You can press escape to leave it, whatever. I just want to blow these up, shall we? So we'll avoid you and fly to this one, which we're attacking. There we go. What was that? We got a railgun. Keep your distance, bro. Oh shit! Shields, shields, shields. Exit to vent. Man, oh man, oh man. PDF, control 4. Or was it shift 4? Auto fire is on. Now then, shall we? They're all avoiding him, so eliminate. Oh, you shifted. Or she'll follow me then, that's fine. Or What have we got? We've got heavy mortars. Build up your flux. Oh! Ouch, ouch, ouch. Why is this hole still? Com relay destroyed by enemy? No way. There we go. Woo! Dead. We totally nailed it. Alright. New game. Oh, I got portraits. Let's have a look. Ah, that's a little disappointing. I'm looking for someone who looks like a bit like the Joker, but maybe you. Maybe you. But then you'd be more like Harley, so you know. Let's go with you. We'll call him Four Eyes. He's got 4 eyes. Right. We've got a sector size as small and normal. What's that? Around 50% fewer systems compared to normal. Normal amount of systems. We've got different constellations may have different ages, cooler stars, fewer planets, less minerals, more balanced mixed, hotter stars, more planets, more minerals, resources, fewer habitable worlds. Well, that doesn't really tell me what makes what easier. I'll just stick with normal. One moment when I just tell my washing machine to shut up. Right. Continue. Oh. My most recent occupation was a bounty hunter, a wolf's frigate, a scavenger on a combat freighter, an explorer leading a salvage expedition aboard a apogee cruiser, a mercenary leading a small force aboard a Hammerhead class destroyer, a freelancer doing whatever jobs on a randomized start. So, faster start, an apogee or a Hammerhead? Let's go with what we've known and go with a Hammerhead. Small but highly combat capable. Task includes small tanker. A group of ships performing salvage operations against most threats includes a tanker for increased sufficient cargo capacity to carry salvage back to core worlds. Well, we'll go for bounty hunting, shall we? Oh look, we've got a few ships there, haven't we? Yeah, let's go with easy. A tutorial mission that introduces high-level campaign mechanics and active abilities. Sure. Let's go with that. Why not? Oh, we're travelling through time, are we? Welcome. Your fleet is in the middle of nowhere and critically low on supplies. Oh dear. If you don't acquire more supplies, your fleet will suffer through a slow but ultimately fatal decline. Fortunately, there's a debris field nearby. Move up to it, activate your scavenge abilities to search for useful cargo. It's possible to scavenge through the same debris field multiple times, with diminishing returns and increased risk with every attempt. Only scavenge once here. Make sure to take all of the supplies and any other valuable cargo, but feel free to leave the cheap and bulky metals behind. Get your fleet moving, click on empty space in the direction you want to move. Oh, there it is. Okay, I had to zoom out. Six to scavenge. We assume stable orbit. The field appears stable and will not drift apart anytime soon. Long-range scanners indicate likely something of value inside. There are indications of some easy pickings to be had, and the risk of an accident during the salvage operation is low. Oh, lovely stats. RPG, yeah? So let's assess. Crew machinery required, 80 and 30. Let's see. The density of the debris field affects both the amount of resources and the number of rare items found. Scavenge effectiveness 0%. Well, we've got no choice but to begin. And we get stuff anyway. Right, so it's heavy machinery and supplies. So we'll take all. Well, there's no metals as it said there would be, but there isn't. We can close there, can we? Or there. Quick save and advance the tutorial. Call that quick. A pirate fleet is approaching. First, you'll spot it as a sensor contact. Then, as an unidentified fleet. And then when it gets very close, its true colours. Don't worry, the pirate ship is a shoddy rust bucket, and if you lose, you can press F9 to quick load. Even so, combat can be expensive, especially if there's no bounty on the enemy you fight. Deploying ships into battle reduces their combat readiness, and recovering combat readiness consumes supplies. Battle damage can cost even more supplies to repair. However, fighting is often necessary to survive. Wait for the pirate fleet to approach, then defeat. Here we go, here we go. Oh, here we go, here we go. When do we see their true colours? True colours? Oh, right, right there. True colours, whether or not they're hostile or not, I guess. The pirate ship maneuvers to prevent you from disengaging easily. It does not appear to be certain of your identity. Any hostilities will have a reduced impact on your reputation. A rogue miner. A Cerberus class standard combat freighter. %, 57% readiness, and we're at 70. We've got a hammerhead, destroyer, and a strike carrier. Custom frigates, close support frigates. A tanker, torpedo bombers, and a low-tech fighter. Open a comlink. The pirate oh no, we said that. You just a bruiser come to do the hegemony's dirty work. Get over with it. You came to us, pal. So this is a Duke Zhang of Captain, a warlord. So that's who we're talking to, and I guess that's his faction as well. We cut the comms, and we decide to continue to move in and engage. We transfer command for this engagement. Alright, that's our flagship. And then we continue. You can select which ships to deploy at the beginning of each battle, and deploy reinforcements as the battle goes on. Deploying a ship reduces its combat readiness by a fixed amount. In addition, ships will begin to gradually lose this combat readiness after peak readiness. Recovering combat readiness takes time and consumes valuable supplies. So let's go with you and maybe some fighters. Deploy. So let's select you. Oh shit. I selected a tanker. I thought I was selecting fighters. Oh sugar. Alright, you can what does the one say? Avoid. Oh, we have to select you and say so it's target, avoid, fighter strike, eliminate. Alright, you can get them back if you do that. Engage. Exposing themselves to greater risk. Alright, we've got some auto firing going on there, lovely. Oh, get away, you! Ooh, that was lucky. And then you're just keeping away anyway. Disable or destroyed the rust bucket. Pick through the wreckage. Got 331 credits from CPU core still active in the wreckage. Alright, this is where it's talking about the heavy metals. What's that? A Vulcan cannon. Got more of that. Which is, we've got fuel there and supplies. Do we want heavy metals? I mean, what happens if we take them? Cargo capacity. Should we just have one for now? Your fleet's supply consumption has gone up. Recovering combat readiness used to deploy ships into battle cost supplies, as does repairing battle damage. To reduce supply use, repairs and combat readiness recovery on the ships can be suspended from the fleet screen. So what did we send in? Did we send in you? Your combat readiness has gone down, yours has gone down. Okay, we don't need to do anything there. There's no damage and combat readiness is just going to go. How do you suspend character? I'll have a look there. Level 2, whatever. We'll wait for the tutorial to tell us to do that. Quick save, repairs complete. Did you even take damage? Normally you gain 1 character point with each level up, but you get an additional 3 points at the start of your campaign. You can spend character points to increase aptitudes and skills. Each aptitude governs a set of skills, and the maximum level of skill is limited by the level of governing aptitude. The maximum level you can reach is 50. Once the character points are spent, they cannot be refunded. We're forced to go down a path. Not reset them. Respec. Press C to open the character tab and consider your options. You don't have to actually spend the points now if you don't want to. Let's have a look. We have combat, leadership, technology, and industry. Combat governs skills that directly improve the combat effectiveness of the piloted ship. Leadership improves combat effectiveness of the fleet as a whole, and skills that improve the effectiveness of fighters. Technology improves the performance of the fleet in both combat and non-combat areas. Industry to do with salvage and exploration. So what do we have here? Through experience and planning, the season offers the ability to extend the effective warfighting time of ship and crew of the piloted ship. Why does it say level 1, 2 and 3? And then we got 3 command points, a 50% command point recovery. Technology, weapon recoil less, target leading accuracy, ballistics weapons range increases. Mass 33 cruise hull damage in combat. So let's have. Alright. So we've now got peak operating time. And we'll confirm that. And then, oh, you can respec. Or not. Oh, that's how many points you want to put in there, is it? About. And this recoil, how about command recovery, 5% maximum bonus, 6 officers, 8 officers, so missile speed and maneuverability, 50% chance of low combat readiness. about that one. I don't know if there's much weapon recoil at the moment, is there? Is that it? We've got all our 2 points to spend. So we can respec, can we? No, oh no. Now it's... Now it's locked in, is it, when we leave the screen? Okay. Alright, shall we, now what? The map tab. Where there are we? What's that? Debris fields. Mining station, pirates. Got a inner system jump point. What is this? A relay. Fully surveyed, gas, yellow star. Let's head on to there, I guess. Shortly after dispatching the pirates, you receive a tight beam communication from the system's main inhabited world, Encrya. The message is brief and asks you to travel there and contact Station Commander Okafor as soon as possible. Let's lay in a course for the Encrya. You don't need to do this to travel, but it helps to keep track of where you're going and how long it'll take to get there. After dismissing this dialogue, press E to open the intel screen. To view the details of the message you've just received, select the message, click Show on Map, left click and select Lay in Course. You can also press Tab, Locate Encrya manually. So E, click on New, is it that one? Oh, it's up here. Right, you receive a type beam communication. Show on map. Is that right? So I've got 4 light rays, constellations. Names doesn't seem to work, does it? Alright, whatever. We're heading there. Don't know if we'll go to the research facility or the planet. It'll take a while to get there. The sustained burn ability is useful for long distance travel. It will briefly stop the fleet and reduce its acceleration, but then maximum burn level will be higher. The sustained burn can be interrupted by other fleets, activating an interdiction pulse. So shift to speed up time. Start to burn. Whee! And speed up time. Whee! Your fleet is getting closer, which is controlled by the Hegemony, a major militaristic faction of the sector. While in Hegemony space, a fleet is required by law to identify itself by keeping a transponder turned on. This is a view shared by most, but not all factions. Turning on the transponder makes your fleet highly visible, and everyone else seeing it will know who you are, unlike that pirate fleet you fought earlier, which you had to be very close to identify. Keep your transponder on is crippling disadvantage in hostile space. But as we're getting closer to port, we'd like to dock there. It's a good idea to turn it on. To activate the transponder before getting closer to Ankara, both to avoid unwanted attention from patrols and receive docking clearance. Since turning it on and off has major consequences, it requires a double tap to turn on or off. Once to prime and then to confirm. There we go. Transponder is activated, Captain. Oh, I guess we'll go in here. Your fleet approaches Ankara, transmits identification codes via transponder, and you're docked. So we can open the comms, take a shuttle down, consider your military options. Shall we take a shuttle down? You take a shuttle down to the main concourse and quickly find a likely looking establishment. You enter the crowded, well-lit space and take the rows of taps adorning the wall under the bottles from every one of the core worlds and a few from elsewhere. Merchant captains mingle with off-duty officers at the bar, served efficiently by the uninformed staff. In one corner, a pack of Navy cadets shout and sing, desperately enjoying their last work shift of freedom. Well, that was pointless. So, Okafar, Station Commander. Your connection request is accepted surprisingly quickly, given that a citizen has many responsibilities. Ah, you've come, excellent. As you're well aware, recently, well, I suppose we could skip that part. Yeah, give us a refresher. We've been running experiments on the dormant gate in this system, trying to connect it back to the domain's gate network. Promising experiments, or so we thought, until an energy pulse we expected would get a response from the gate, destabilizing the jump points leading into the system, cutting us off from the rest of the sector. It's rather like how the sector is cut off from the domain. Writ small, the stars have a sense of irony, do they not? Writ small? What's a writ small? The miners of Darinkuyu Station, which is also located in this system and was operating near a subsistence level, were hit the hardest. They turned to piracy, intercepting one of our last food shipments to come in, out of desperation, no doubt. But there were deaths, and they've put themselves well outside the law. Their leaders know that if the jump points are stabilised and the system is once again part of the sector, they can look forward to a life sentence at a penal colony at absolute best. So where do we fit in? The miners turned pirate are guarding the jump points, preventing us from gathering recent readings and coming up with a way to stabilise them. We do have a security detachment that could handle their forces, but they're tied up defending Ankara. The pirates are too much for you to take on, but fortunately you don't have to. You've got an agent on the Rinkuyu Station who was able to access the recent sensor readings from the ships guarding the jump points, but they have not been able to get to a long-range comm array to send the data to us. That's where you come in. Head to the Rinkuyu and retrieve the data from our agents, then return. What's in it for me, bud? A mercenary, some credits naturally, with more along the way. And if all goes to plan, we'll be able to reconnect with the rest of the sector, such as it is. What is the plan? First, make sure to turn off the transponder once you undock. I've instructed the security detachment not to give you any trouble about that. If you're lucky, the pirates may even think you're one of their own and let you approach Derinkuyu without any trouble. Still, it makes sense to go dark as you get closer to make sure they can't get a good reading on your fleet. And if they do notice me, then you're in trouble. Activate emergency burn to get out of there. Lose them, come back around to try again. Don't e-burn unless you really need to, though. It's hard on the ship and will cost you more supplies to recover from. Use of a good chunk of fuel. Excellent, thank you for being willing to help. Come back when you've got the data. Good luck. Let's trade our goods and get rid of these metals. We can left click to pick up a stack, shift click to pick up items from a stack one at a time. Shift click and hold, then drag to pick up a specific quantity. Control click to transfer an entire stack without picking it up. So let's do that. Boink. Oh, what's this? Food. We've got what? A makeshift shield generator mod stock. And we get 90 credits for our freaking maybe we'll go and missiles, PD lasers. I got this Vulcan cannon. I've got heavy mortars, a railgun. Harpoon and some bots. So maybe we need to harpoon. Ooh, that's expensive. How much money have we got? Where's our cash? Oh, it's there. 22,000. Alright, let's just leave it at that. We'll go and try and sell our metals at the other port for more money. Let's leave. So, turn off our transponder. They've got to go dark there. Have a look at our map. Denkuyu Mine Station. And then go dark. There we go. So, fortunately, there's no bad guys around. Oh, they pick us up. Is it too late? It's too late. Your fleet goes into orbit around there. Takes no issues. Shall we take a shuttle to go dockside and see? Your fleet... You take a shuttle down to the main concourse and quickly find a likely-looking establishment. The space is dark and filled with shouts, sweat, and pulsing music. Every wall and surface is pitted and stained by rough spacers banging their mugs and laughing as a couple of pirate crews posture for a fight. You can only assume that one of the heavily augmented bouncers will spoil the fun before weapons are drawn. Gangers and pirate captains watch the scene smugly from smoke-filled booths at the back. Let's do some trading of goods. And we're on a black market, open market. Flipping out. Really? Alright. So, the black market, anything and everything can be bought or sold, and there are no tariffs. More goods are available when stability is low. Selling a commodity will not resolve a shortage. Black market transactions may catch the eye of authorities, resulting in cargo scans and reduced faction standing, unless the trades are carried out with the transponder turned off. Engaging in legitimate trade as a cover also reduces the probability of attracting the attention of authorities. Heavy machine guns, assault guns, a Typhon Reaper launcher, pulse lasers, light machine guns, a Sabat single, 120 units per. You own a total of 0 weapons for this type. Alright. That's to know that we don't have those sort of things. So we're not wasting money buying stuff we don't need. Alright. Colony info. Interesting. 10 to the power of 4. Yeah, let's open our com directory and look at. Hey, look, somebody looks exactly like us. Agent Demos. You connect to the local com directory and browse the public and otherwise known listings. You transmit the comms ID and wait for the system to establish a connection. You contact the agent and exchange passphrases to verify each other's identities. The agent then transmits a data file with recent raw sensor readings of unstable jump points. And then we cut the com link. Consider your military options. Defending ships are present, but not sufficient strength to want to give battle or prevent any hostile action you might take. Huh. Oh look, okay. A destroyer. A shuttle. 2 shuttles. Well, we're not going to fight, we're just going to get out of there. Hit the burn and off we go. Increases the maximum burn level by blah blah blah. And then we have a sustained burn. Might as well put our transponder back on. So let's open the com directory and speak back with you. You have the data, well done. There's a brief wait as you transmit the data file. Now, while the system is running on preliminary analysis of the data, I believe you're due a reward, 5,000 credits, and then improve relationship with the hegemony and also with Okafar. There's a chime in the background and he looks concerned. Is there a problem? Yes. The system estimates it'll take about a cycle to analyze the data and come up with a stabilization algorithm. Naturally, by then, the data would be out of date and any algorithm based on it meaningless. We had an AI core on hand. We could analyze the data more quickly. Fortunately, there's a survey probe somewhere in the system, one left over from the initial exploration of the sector by the domain. It should have at least one AI core serving as its brain. Right. Why is it and why not been salvaged, Bob? To answer your second question, domain artifacts are usually protected by automated defenses that still function to this day, and this probe is no exception, and their hegemony generally forbids civilian interference with domain artifacts. For the sake of public safety, of course. Desperate times, however. As to where it is, my data indicates it's somewhere beyond the orbit of Pontus. Get there and head out beyond the asteroid belt and use active sensor bursts. You should at very least get a sensor contact with the probe. Head towards it, perform salvage, bring it back. Pontus is a gas giant in the outer system. To see its name on the map, you might have to turn off the inhabited option in the map filter, and we gain the active sensor burst. There we go, Pontus. How do we have, is it under Intel? Yeah, go to Pontus, head towards the asteroid belt and use the active sensor burst. Is that the asteroid belt or what? Oh look, we're avoiding the sun. How useful that. Oh, we could establish a colony. Let's leave, shall we? No. How about over here then? Is this the asteroid field it talks about? Oh, there's something over there. Asteroid impact on bubble drive? Really? An example of one of the countless thousands of robot probe ships sent into the galaxy by the domain to find new resources and exploit planets to colonize, explore the unknown. Some variants are produced by automated motherships. This specimen appears to be inactive, pitted by small impacts. Its hull displays iridescent from fearsome radiation scarring. This probe's manufacture could well date to 1,000 cycles ago. We're not going to fly to it, what? Your fleet approaches the domain probe left from the initial exploration. Yes, explore. With your fleet, several energy code signatures are detected coming online inside the probe's hull. I guess we've got no choice. Support frigate, heavy custom frigate. Let's deploy with that, shall we? Look, you got fighters. What have you even got? A portrait. What on earth is that? That thing there. Shall we Go do a fighter strike. There goes the first. And that's the other one. Yay. Is that it? Okay. Pick through the wreckage. What's this? Support SRMs. Oh, we get more metal. Fantastic. Okay. You received preliminary assessments. Recovery effectiveness 47%. Now then. A gamma core AI capable of supporting most human endeavours, making up for the lack of creativity and problem solving ability with prodigious computational prowess. Selling AI cores on the open market is prohibited by most factions. However, higher up representatives are often willing to exchange cores for large sums of cash. Transplutonics, heavy elements including common actinides and other heavy exotics. Lovely. I think we've got enough there now. Let's get back to Ankaya. So hopefully we can get through this asteroid belt without taking any more damage. Lovely. And then we want what? Sustained burn. Oh, we've got more character points. What to go for? Well, have we just lost the point by not being able to put it into anything? Really? You stole that away from me? Oh, whatever. Solid work. I'll get my technicians working on this right away. In the meantime, this should cover your expenses, hopefully with a good amount left over. Hang on. We had a core that was worth 10,000 and it gives us 8. I'll send you to the stabilization algorithm when the core works it up. Once you have it, it should be a simple matter of running it using your fleet's dry field as a means of interacting with the jump point. However, there's still a matter of the miners guarding both jump points out in the system. And you've said the forces are significant. Well, it's all relative. Our security detachment could handle them easily. But as I've mentioned, it's tied down to defending Ankara. Your fleets, on the other hand, you might be able to handle them with some stellar piloting and a bit of luck. But it's best that you not take such chances, especially not when there's an alternative. And what's that? There's a ship graveyard around Tetra, ships that were deemed not worth the effort to restore or awaiting bulk transit to one of the ship-breaking facilities elsewhere. Now though, they'll serve our needs. Go there and recover all the ships you can, and break the ones you can't for supplies. Make sure to bring enough crew to operate recovered ships. Perhaps an extra 100 or so will do. You'll need to transport them somehow too. Here, take this mud skipper transport. Consider it part of your reward. So... $3,866 as opposed to woo. All right. Recover at least 2 ships at Tetra. All right. Freighter, light carrier, frigate, shuttle, destroyer, frigate, shuttle, tanker. The Buffalo Mark II, drifting through space, battered. You receive preliminary assessment. Consider ship recovery. Oh my word. $130. What? You could have told me I needed more supplies. Deploying these ships in combat will cause malfunctions. Recommending that these ships recover over time. Alright. So we're going to have to go back and get some supplies, aren't we? tanker. Should we just recover them all there? Huh. Holy moly. Your fleet does not have enough personnel to fully crew all your ships. This results in reduced combat readiness. You can concentrate the available crew on a specific ships by mothballing some ships on your fleet screen. Whatever. Let's go back to Encryer. Oh! Whoops. Oh, we're spending money. .250 defense range. Okay. Run a simulation, sure. Deploy opposing. Low combat readiness. Have I got low combat readiness? There's one dead. Let's get out of there, shall we? What X was supposed to flush quickly. Whoops. It's got more. Where did you come from? Holding fire. Oh no. I can't remember what the flush flux key is. Hey. Bugger off, you bugger. It's coming for me. Oh, Shazbots. Woohoo! That's okay. Right, okay. Oh, whatever. Get them all in there, shall we? I've got a what are you? Well, look at you. Use 3 a day. Whew. A light support carrier. Oh, I guess we just deploy everyone and hope for the best, and then just salvage it all. Ooh, 22 a day. Right, now what am I supposed to do? Return to for help with outfitting. Oh, fuck. Spending money when we don't need to. Alright, I've already ordered local storage space to be assigned to you and some suitable weapons transferred there, along with enough supplies to speedily bring the new ships back to full combat readiness. Use them to outfit your new ships. Make sure you've got enough crew for a full complement on every ship. And then break the rogue miner defense. Press R to open refresh screen. After selecting a specific ship, you can press V to auto-fit. Pick a desired loadout and the ship will be automatically refitted to match using what weapons are available. In addition, you have access to local storage at Ankara. Some weapons and supplies have been placed there. I take it you've got the stabilization algorithm. Correct. These calls seem like they can work miracles sometimes. Let me transmit the results. Good luck to you. If you fail, well, we'll have to send the security force to do the job and then we could get very messy. Come on, it's not so grim. I have every expectation you'll succeed or I wouldn't send you. But it is my responsibility as a commander to plan for every eventuality and not rely on a miraculous saviour. Now about those miners, the two fleets guarding the jump point will aid each other. If you engage one, the other one nearby will, so it'll be easier to fight. If you separate them first, if you can't, it should be a fight you can win though. Let's go with assault, shall we? Woo! Oh, we should just sell that one, should we? Oh, okay. Yeah, sure, why not? Gotta spend money to make money. Ouch. 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 Just wasting freaking supplies, just try and follow the fucker. Alright, let's bring them in and then ooh. Should we go for that one? Avoid you. Try to strike that. And eliminate that. How's it moving so fast? Where is it going? Is it disengaging or what? We'll get the next one, hopefully. Get there before too much happens. And we lose our fleet. Not that I'm bothered too much, because not so much. But this ship is slow. The enemy is defeated. Claim victory. Ship recovery. No. Pick through the wreckage. Take all. Stabilize. You load the stabilization algorithm into your jump program, and the dry field goes through a series of esoteric fluctuations, their resonance gradually cancelling the instability in the jump point. Should be stable enough in a day. Right, fleet. Everything's just... Well, now we can spend it in it, can we? I guess we yeah, it's a bit confusing, isn't it? Ah, well done. Station Commander Okafor seems a bit giddy with excitement. We actually did it. You just never know with these things. It's such a relief not to be cooped up in the system anymore. Here's your reward. Well earned and with my gratitude. In addition, I've set you up with a monthly stipend from the Galatian Academy in recognition of the services rendered. It should run for 3 full cycles. I expect the authorities at the headquarters on Jangler and the Corvus system would like to hear about the recent events. Would you deliver a report for me? Ask to speak with Station Commander Bates when you get there. Oh, and make sure you take enough fuel to make these trips. Flying in a system as you have done doesn't use fuel, so it's easy to forget that flying in hyperspace does. It's not too far, but your current fleet you'll need 90 units at least. If you do manage to run out of fuel somehow and get stuck in the uninhabited system, that'll be a real feat on the what? And that'll be a real feat on the Galatia Corvus route. Let me tell you, you can always issue a distress call and wait for help. I'm also declaring a bounty on the remaining rogue mining fleets here. If you like, stick around, clean up before moving to Corvus. Should we sell? Sell you. Keep you, and then is that like veterancy or something like that? Fudge knows. Wow. Ooh, suspicion levels high, eh? Whoops. Alright. Confirm that. We'll save. Go there. Go dark. Fleet is over crew capacity. I sold a ship, so how on earth have we got over crew capacity? How annoying. Shall we that should help, shouldn't it? No. What are they doing? Why won't you let me get close? Alright, okay, let's try to sell goods. Let's do it on black market because... Woo! That should be enough, shouldn't it? We sell that. Sell that. Harpoons. Oh, fudge you. Can't even buy all the supplies we need. Crew and cargo. What? Your fleet's carrying a -1? No. Alright, we've got an overcrew. I see it now. What are they? Woohoo! Can hire a mercenary. I've got a quartermaster. Oh no! What is that? Danger, maximum burn 8. And we have got... shall we get out of there? See you later, losers. Can live with that. Personal bounty. Well, that's what we wanted. No contraband. Hey. Bye-bye. Alright. Open comms and freelance. Oh, I don't want to hire people. How do we get bounties? In Corvus. Okay, I'm confused now. Well, that'll do. 2 hours, whatever. I've just been scanned. How many scans do I need? Yeah, whatever. It caught me with nothing. Alright, okay. Thanks for watching, gamers, and until next time. Say bye for now.